Alright, so what's up MLG Camping Squad and Activision employees? Today I'm bringing you another amazing Call of Duty Modern Warfare video, and we're gonna be talking about the new update 1.07 and the new maps, the new patch notes, because we got about 50 plus changes and a lot of people are actually mad. Oh no, you don't say. Man, listen, okay? They say that they nerfed the 725 and the M4A1, and the M4A1 actually has a noticeable change at a long range distance. And honestly, I don't like it, but it is a good change because I think that the game needs it. So, you know, everyone is using the M4 and the 725, so we need people to move on to different weapons in the game. Like, they have a Smith in the game with different attachments, and they got so many weapons in the game, so people need to be using different weapons. So I'm glad that they added that change on the M4A1, even if I don't like it. And there are about like 50 plus changes, and I honestly really don't think that 725 was nerfed enough. I know that this may get some people triggered, this may get some people mad, but the thing is that even I like the 725 cheese. I want it to be beautiful, I want it to be magnificent, I want it to act like a sniper rifle, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you, but at the end of the day, if they keep it like that, people aren't gonna be using different weapons. Like, people are gonna be discouraged. And let's be real, like, if you want to jump into the game and everyone is using the 725 and you're using the P90, let's say, and you get clapped like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, let's say, afterward you're gonna end up using the 725. And in my opinion, the 725 wasn't nerfed a lot. And with that, let's just get right into it. If you're new to the channel, we put daily Call of Duty videos, so if you're new, subscribe. Smash that like button if you do not drink G Fuel. And with that, I just want to get right into it. Now, I quickly want to mind you that I always get ads like that, and I have no problem whatsoever. It's heaven. These women are looking like a snack. But at the end of the day, I don't want to get distracted, so we're gonna actually go zoom in like that. But we got 50 plus changes, so I want to actually talk about the most important changes, and I'm gonna have some pretty nice gameplay. I may or may not be playing like a coward in the gameplay that you're seeing, because let me be real, man, if you want to do good in Modern Warfare, you gotta play like a coward, okay? So don't blame the player, don't hate the player, hit the game, guys. Now, the first main change is the fact that we got new maps, right? We got Krovny Farmland to the Ground War and the Shoot House map to the multiplayer. It's a 6v6 map, it's a 3-lane map, and they also made it so it's a 24/7 playlist, which I think is pretty good. And in the future, I would absolutely love it if they bring Shipment back. In fact, Shipment is already leaked, right? If they make it so Shipment 24/7 comes to the game, I would probably not. And if they make it so Dome gets remastered and that comes as a 24/7 playlist, I would double nut for sure. Let me know if you agree or not by dropping the like on the video. And of course, they have plenty of fixes for the crashes and homies consoles being sent to console heaven. Prestigious said that his console was sent to console heaven his Modern Warfare was sent to Modern Warfare heaven because he was like level 156. He surely did no life the game, but he did see his console being sent to console heaven partially because of playing Ground War. So I'm not sure if that was fixed or not, but they are saying that improved stability across all platforms, something that they would always say. And they got a lot of bug fixes. For example, a few bugs where some streaks and field upgrades were able to be flown out of bounds without penalty, so that is fixed. And they also fixed an issue where players being deleted by an enemy without variable zoom scope would not be shown in their like kill cam, so that is kind of fixed. And they also fixed an issue with the Semtex warning audio being heard at the same time whether you're inside the building or outside. It's like, hey, no matter where you go, if an enemy has thrown a Semtex across the map, you will still get the audio. So that is beautiful that they fixed it. And there are other fixes where the UI will not show you XP events that are active in playlist menu, so they have fixed it. And another thing that I personally didn't know that existed but apparently did, and a lot of people are happy about, and myself included, is the fact that sprint and tactical sprint speeds are now back to the speeds in beta. And I personally didn't notice it, but I guess I kind of did because this game kind of feels slow. Because when I'm running around in this game or walking, it really does feel like that I've been chugging down all those Doritos and drinking G Fuel all day 24/7. Looks like that they kind of fixed it. it, so now the movement speed should be much faster, and I'm really glad. And there are other fixes, for example with the riot shield, and man, I'm telling you, they should just remove the riot shield from the game. Obviously not literally, but whenever I use the riot shield, I get kicks of dopamine. But when I get deleted by riot shield, I totally do want to chug some G Fuel down, which is definitely bad for health, so do not drink G Fuel, drink water, guys, very good for health. And they say that fixed an issue where the throwing knife and the thermite weren't causing the shield to go on the player's back when thrown. So basically, when you got the riot shield and you're trying to throw the throwing knife, you will still have the riot shield in front of you to kind of protect you from the incoming heat, right? Which was absolutely next level, and I think that's why homies were doing really good with the riot shield, but they fixed it. So now when you're throwing that throwing knife of yours, the riot shield will go back on your back. And in terms of claymores, now this is something that I absolutely dream about 24/7. Whenever I go to sleep, I always constantly see those claymores. In fact, I'm gonna buy some claymores in real life and plant it, because nowadays when I hear footsteps, I get scared. And they say that for claymores, detonating an enemy claymore with bullets is now non-lethal when at full health. We've also reduced the trigger and the damage radius, which I personally do not notice it, but I may have to play a little bit more in order to figure that one out. If they're saying it, they're probably saying it because it's true. Claymores are still OP as a mofo right now, man, so I think they need to I think they need to permanently delete it. Yeah, they are realistic, they exist in real life, so therefore you gotta have it in the game. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of people are having bad times with the claymores, myself included. Like, it's like you have to use it, it's a must, right? If you don't use it, you're gonna be sent to heaven prematurely. And in terms of battle chatter, where you constantly hear enemy UAV online, enemy Chapagana on the air, and enemy in the corner, enemy in your hole. So stuff like that has been completely changed, where they have removed the ability for enemies to hear when they've been called out by the opposing team. So they completely changed it, and they are also confirming that we're gonna be getting another big update to the audio. And in fact, they are saying that they are gonna have a new overhaul for the audio system. And if you guys have been subscribed to my channel and you have been in the loops, you know that the Gaming Revolution also did say that there will be a new overhaul to the Modern Warfares, and it's gonna be coming by the end of November. And Infinity Ward did confirm that we're gonna get it later on in this month, but for the audio. So I would assume that it's gonna be a new overhaul for basically the whole game. Like, if they change the audio settings and whatnot, the game is gonna be good, and I really hope that it comes out fast. And they also did say that mounting is now gonna increase recoil to your weapons, which is definitely needed, because, like, let's be real, if you mount in the game, there's like 0 recoil. Every weapon is like ACR from Modern Warfare 3. In terms of lighting, they have improved it, so you know, we got like millions of dark windows in Modern Warfare and dark areas in the game, and it has been like super hard for me and basically everybody to see enemies in this game. So now they have changed the lighting, where it's gonna be pretty easy to see enemies in the dark windows and dark areas, which was very much needed. In terms of footsteps, something that I constantly hear in my sleep, they say that they increased the occlusion percentage to filter footstep sound behind geometry and adjusted the footstep volume at a distance. In terms of challenges and progressions, they have fixed a lot of bugs, because a lot of people aren't seeing their challenges and a lot of people are getting bugs. And they say that they have fixed a bug where the Infiltrator challenge was not tracking properly. They also fixed the fact that launcher was not giving you XP when you were shooting down kill streaks. And I know for the fact that a lot of people are going in the ground war matches and they stay in the main bases, and they can always refill the ammo and they can always get more bazooka rounds, let's say, and they are constantly shooting down the UAVs and everything like that to rank up fast. And basically homies were getting yanked and no one was getting XP, but now they have fixed it, so you should be getting XP. So if you are doing that strat, you may continue, and now it's finally gonna give you XP, man. And they also have fixed a lot of other issues for cyber attack and search and destroy, where it was not tracking your like, I cannot say that word. Basically, whenever you would plant a happy thing in cyber attack and search and destroy, it was not properly tracking. So now it's gonna properly track, and they have fixed a lot of other issues too. In terms of weapons, this is by far the most important one. For the 725 shotgun, they have increased the ADS and hip spread, and they also reduced the damage range. So in a way, like, they reduced the damage range, but they increased the ADS and hip spread. So in close quarter, it's gonna be pretty OP, but they have reduced the damage range, which I think is a very good change. But at the end of the day, I played with it like a couple of times and it's still OP as a morpho right now. So I'm not sure. I personally think it needs a little bit more of a nerf, because let's be real, like if you get deleted 5 times in a row by somebody who's using 725, it's gonna make you use the 725. And right now we really need changes in the game where people are using different weapons and not just 725, because people are using the M4s and this is what they say, and I think this is a really good change, but I'm kind of sad about it regardless, right? I'm sad, but I know it's a good change. For the M4, they have reduced the damage range and they also added small recoil, which I think they shouldn't have, because right now my M4 is moving like a mofo. It has a lot of recoil and now they added a lot more and they reduced the damage range, which I think is good, but I think they shouldn't have like added more recoil. Like it already has a lot in my opinion. In terms of 5.56 ammo using ARs, they have increased hip spread and reduced effectiveness up close and less damage at long range, and this is only for the full auto ARs that are using 5.56 rounds. In terms of the SMGs, they have increased the move speed and increased ADS move speed, and they also added small reduction in sprint out time, and the Uzi got an increased damage range, which is very much needed. For the MG34 LMG, they increased the hip spread, damage range reduction, small ADS slowdown, and a lot of that to other LMGs as well. And they also did confirm that crouch and prone no longer adjust recoil. And man, everyone is playing like they got hit with a stun grenade or something, and everyone has been crouching in this game, right? So if you crouch now, your recoil won't be adjusted. So I think that's a good thing, but that's not realistic in my opinion, right? Because when you're crouching, recoil should definitely lower down, but I'm glad that they changed it. That's a pretty good change. And there are other changes for special ops, and yeah, only special ops, no survival. And they have fixed the scoreboards displaying incorrect data and XP adjustments and other issues and whatnot. I wish that they had a fix for survival, and I wish that they also had changes like, hey, give more health to player when they are playing solo, because if you are playing survival or special ops with friends, it's easy. I mean, special ops is not easy, but if you play survival with your friends, it's kind of easy. But if you're playing solo, it is sweaty. You gotta sweat your balls off in order to do good. And I really think that for survival, they gotta give us the ability so we can buy stuff mid-round and give more health to the player and less flinching even in special ops, and less NPC spam in special ops. I think those changes would be much better in the future. I really hope that they do that, because right now these changes are looking pretty good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more, and check out some other videos on the screen, and I will see you in the next one.